Here is my 3-part series on toxic friendships. Oh, toxic friendships. From Clueless to Mean Girls to Gossip Girl to Pretty Little Liars. Do toxic friends only occur during the teenage years? No. They appear throughout college, university, adulthood, the workplace, motherhood, parenthood, all the way till old age. Who's a better grandma? Who's a better in-law? If you're watching this right now, you're probably thinking, well, I want to learn how to recognize and avoid toxic friends because I want to avoid them. It's them, not me. I'm the perfect one. But here's a newsflash. Anyone, including yourself, can become a toxic friend, especially when we're struggling and the world seems to be against us and nothing seems to be going our way. We can get into a very dark and negative state, which makes us become toxic. Because life is hard, and shit happens. We're not always going to be the best people to hang out with. So the best way to identify whether someone is toxic is to actually become self-aware of your own toxic behaviors and tendencies. Because then you'll have a better sense of when your friend is becoming toxic, because you would have recognized that in yourself. So I'd like to say that I'm always a good friend. I'm that perfect friend. Obviously I'm not. I'm human. I get snappy. I can be harsh. I can be jealous. I can be incredibly judgy. I'm sometimes not the best person to be around. And so I want to share with you 3 signs that I am mindful of in myself so that when I do start to become toxic to others, I have a way of dealing with it. Number 1, comparing your friend's stresses to your own. Have you ever thought this or said this? She's complaining about her husband not doing the chores. Oh my God, that's such a small issue. I can barely keep my head on straight. She's complaining about that? Jesus, she's lucky. I'm the one with the problems. She should be grateful. Everyone has issues. Everyone experiences stress differently. And everyone has a different tolerance for different types of stress. When you start to compare your friends' stresses and their problems with your own, that's when you need to take some time for yourself and really understand why you're feeling this way and what's going on with you. Number 2, feeling joy when your friend feels sorrow. He broke up with me. I didn't get the raise. I gained 10 pounds. How do you feel when a friend shares some unfortunate news with you? Be honest with yourself. Does your lips start to twitch? Do you savor in every single detail? Do you take pleasure in hearing about your friend's sorrow? Have you said this to yourself or thought this? She always gets what she wants, She's Little Miss Perfect. She doesn't know about the bad things in life. She'll finally get to see what life is really like. It's as though whatever bad thing happened to your friend is justified. Perhaps you don't think that she deserves all the good things in her life and that she needs a dose of humility. But let's be honest. You're merely projecting your own unhappiness onto someone else. Number 3, feeling sorrow when your friend feels joy. I got a raise. We're engaged. I lost the weight and I can fit into my clothes before the baby now. Do your ears begin to tune out whenever your friends share good news? Do you have an underlying sense of jealousy whenever something good happens to them? All these situations can make it difficult to feel the joy that your friend is experiencing. And it's hard not to compare their successes and their joys to your current struggles. So that was part 1. In the next part, I will talk about how I manage those toxic tendencies and behaviors so that I don't go far into the deep end and lose all my friends.